Hello, and welcome to episode 86 of Let's Talk Immigration. Give me just a moment while I retweet to uh, Twitter. Okay. Um, I don't have any news to cover this week. I think last week's episode, I covered the new visa bulletin. Um, if you're a DV 2024, you know where the cutoff is now because the visa bulletin came out for August that gives the September cutoffs. A lot of you are Gomez, good luck, DV 2020, 2021, wondering about the status on that. I'm working with Jesse Bless. We have an outline. We're going to have that in-bank appeal ready to go. And I've noticed that people are not bothering me about it as much, which has given me more room to breathe and get work done. And I appreciate that. Thank you. Know that we have not forgotten about it. But also don't get your hopes up. Okay. Odds are against us. The odds are against us, but we will move forward with that. Okay. So I'm going to jump into questions and answer the questions. And then today will be kind of a short show. Okay. So if you have a question, you can ask on the regular places, YouTube or Facebook, or if you ask on Instagram or Telegram, my team will share it here. Also, if you wanted to join the show, I'm sharing the link here to Facebook and YouTube to join backstage. You go backstage and then I'll bring it up. If you want to ask your question in person or orally, visually, to join backstage to ask question on the screen as a guest. There we go. Omer was first. Hola, Curtis. How are you? How was your day? It's been a while since we talked. Hi, Omar. My day has been okay. I've got judge's order that is not good. I've got judge's order that is good. I have a tremendous amount of workload, but I do plan some time off in August. So all in all, my day is good. Thank you. I hope your day is good too. How is the process of the in-bank? Any development? No development. Just me and Jesse Bless are collaborating on it right now. Okay. Hi, DV 2021. Hi, Safi. DV 2020. I feel like we're taking attendance. Yes, you're here. I understand. Hi, Sammy. Okay. Robin says, it seems like this backlog in the family visa will last forever, especially F2A. Yes. And what frustrates me is the Biden administration attorneys in our litigation blame it on the COVID pandemic. And it was not just the COVID pandemic. It was the Trump administration throttling legal immigration. They did it for 4 years, but especially during COVID. So when they throttled legal immigration, what that means is restricted the number of visas that were issued. That means the backlog grew and grew and grew and got bigger and bigger and bigger. The algorithm got confused and made F2A current for a period of time there, but now that's over. Now F2A will probably never be current again. I do not predict that. And I'm preparing spouses of green card holders that their immigrant visa journey will probably be 3 or 4 years, depending on the embassy, depending on what happens. It is extremely frustrating. It would be great if Congress would step in and expand the number of congressionally allotted family preference category visas. But would it even matter? Because the State Department doesn't use all of the allotment now, right? So right now, Secretary Blinken, the Secretary of State, has made a decision that family preference category immigrant visas is not a priority for the administration. So at my other law firm, Ready Go Law, we have 4 or 5 pending lawsuits right now. One is an appeal on that very issue, that the State Department must use the allotted number of family preference visa category visas. And if you hire us and you are waiting for a visa as a family preference category, I will put that cause of action in your complaint because it makes me angry. Okay. Omar says, in the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, usually judges take 14 days for granting an in-bank review. How many days in D.C. Court of Appeal? Omar, I do not know if what you're saying there is right. I've never sought an in-bank review in the Ninth Circuit. But I don't know how long it'll take in D.C. We'll find out. I don't know. It seems like you've done more research on this than I have. I don't know the answer. Richilia says, I'm sorry, I'm probably not saying your name right. Thanks for the constant updates. Do you think the in-bank is going to be successful, sir? It doesn't matter what I think, okay? It matters what happens. We're going to try our best, and we'll see what happens. I don't want to go through predictions, but what are the odds is high? The court, not the government. I think the odds are against us. That's all I'm going to say. The odds are against us. Sometimes I think you all want me to say things that will undermine our case and then let the government quote and point to this video. And I don't want to do that, okay? I'm telling you, the odds are against you. I'm not going to go into it more than that. What will be the action on Gomez by Judge Mehta? Will anything happen or it's over? Well, Judge Mehta cannot do anything in Gomez now except carry out the mandate of the appeals court. So if the appeals court's mandate is that his decisions are reversed, then that's what he does. So Judge Mehta no longer has power. He issued orders giving relief, and those orders have been reversed from a higher court. And so this is no longer about Judge Mehta. There's nothing he can do. Okay. How was F2A during the Trump administration? Well, let's talk about the last. Glad you asked. Okay. Break it down into 3 different pieces. Proclamation 9645 stopped F2As that were Iranian. All family preference category visas that were Iranian or Syrian or Yemeni. It stopped that for 4 years. Okay. Let's go to Proclamation 9983. That did it for African countries. Same thing. It stopped it. Okay. Not for the whole 4 years because it didn't go in effect till 2018, but for 3 of the years. Okay. Now let's go to Proclamation 10014. The one that was related to COVID, but it was really, the text was about how immigrants are going to steal our poor jobs and we need our jobs because of COVID. It was absurd. It was dumb. But that was the one that Trump did in his last year of office in 2020. And he had planned on doing it anyway, even before COVID, but COVID gave them an excuse to do it. And that stopped it. Family preference category visas, it stopped for the entire year. Not the entire year, though, because in October of 2020, in the lawsuit Young versus Trump, followed by Morrison Urena, we won a preliminary injunction against the Trump administration, where Judge Chen in the Northern District of California ordered embassies to make final visa decisions for all of our clients, which included family preference category visas. So basically, what am I getting at here? Trump was really, really bad for family preference categories, including F2A. Really bad. Omar says, thanks. Hoping the strategy will be successful. I hope it will be too. Okay. Turns out nobody wanted to join us backstage. And I have lots of work to do, lots of emails to answer, lots of calls to return. So I'm going to end episode 86 early, but I will see you. Let me make sure I'm going to see you next week. Yes. Next week is the 31st, and I will see you on the 30th. How could it be the 31st if today's the 17th? Next week is the 24th, and I will see you here for episode 87 on the 24th. And one last question from Bobin. Do you think Trump will stop F2A? Yes, I do. I think he's going to do worse than that, actually. So if you are entitled to an immigration benefit this year, you need to do everything you can to move heaven and earth and get it this year, because the threat of Trump becoming our next president is not something that I'm making up. It is real. Okay. Unfortunately. Okay. Have a good week, everybody.